And at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in fourth place in the Central Division after 31 games. They have a record of 18, 13, and 0. 36 points has them 4 points shy of the first place Colorado Avalanche on home ice, which is where the Nashville Predators' next game will take place. They have a record of 11, 6, and 0. The Preds have scored 99 goals this season. They've given up 94 against. That's a goal differential of +5. Now, mentioned that the Preds were 4 points behind the first place Colorado Avalanche, so let's update you on the latest standings and points race for the Central Division. The Avs in first place after 31 games, skated a record of 19, 10, and 2, 40 points, has them 2 points ahead of second place Winnipeg, who has a record of 18, 9, and 2. Then you'll find the Dallas Stars also with 38 points, but they have a record of 17, 8, and 4. Nashville Predators, by the way, will be playing the Dallas Stars very soon. It's going to be a critical Central Division matchup. Then you'll find the Preds at fourth place with 36 points. The Arizona Coyotes in fifth place with 32 points. St. Louis at 31, and then Minnesota in seventh place with 28 points. Chicago Blackhawks still are sitting on 19 points and are still sitting in the basement of the Central Division in eighth place, as I imagine they're going to continue to do for the remainder of the season, already falling 9 points behind seventh place as it is. Now, once the Nashville Predators are wrapped up with this one game against the Vancouver Canucks on home ice, which we're going to break down here momentarily, then they will be heading out on the road to close out the regular season series against the Philadelphia Flyers in Philadelphia. And then Saturday, huge Central Division matchup, the Dallas Stars coming into Bridgestone Arena. First meeting of the season between the Preds and the Stars, the 27th of December after the Christmas break. The Preds will finish off the regular season series against the Carolina Hurricanes on Bridgestone Arena ice. And then on the 29th of December, the Preds' first meeting of the season in Detroit against the Red Wings. And on the 30th, so another back-to-back before the end of the month of December, Preds will finish out their regular season series against the Washington Capitals. Now, I've said the word regular season series so many times that now let's just go ahead and transition over to that category. The regular season series between these Nashville Predators and Vancouver Canucks is also coming to its conclusion with this game. Let's go back and talk about the previous two. It's not so great for the Nashville Predators, who are 0-2 so far in the season. They have not picked up a single point against Vancouver. They've been outscored 8-4. Thatcher Demko is 2-0 and has gone 43 out of 47. It was back on October the 24th when the Preds fell on home ice to Vancouver 3-2. Demko won that game going 16 out of 18. Light workload overall. Saros, 21 out of 24, took the loss. Sherwood and Sissons picked up the goals for the Nashville Predators. Follow that up a week later on Halloween when the Vancouver Canucks in home ice defeated the Nashville Predators 5-2. Lankinen got the start for the Preds, and this one took the loss 22 out of 26. Demko will start again and the victory again, 27 out of 29 in this one. A little bit more of a workload, but same result. Pettersson with the hat-trick against the Nashville Predators. Sissons and Fabro scored the goals for the Preds. So Colton Sissons has a goal in each game against Vancouver this season, and Colton Sissons is having one of the best seasons of his career offensively. So it would be great to see him score one more goal. But the Preds are 0-2 against this Vancouver Canucks team this year, and they are looking to close out the regular season. Now, the Preds ran into a team that no one expected to be this good early in the season. So the losses to Vancouver early in the year in October seemed a lot worse, or were reacted to so much more negatively than I think people are looking back at them right now, because the Vancouver Canucks and the Nashville Predators are two of the hottest teams in the Western Conference. This is truly one of the most pivotal and great matchups we have on the calendar right now. This is going to be awesome right here. Nobody expected the Nashville Predators and the Vancouver Canucks to be where they are after 30 games played this season, but we find ourselves there. The Preds looking to get themselves on the board against Vancouver. Let's talk about this Canucks team. Updated numbers for the Vancouver Canucks. They are now 21-9-2 after their Sunday win. 44 points has them second place in the Pacific Division behind the red-hot Vegas Golden Knights. Catching up to the Vegas Golden Knights is going to be tough, so the Canucks are actually having a quite the incredible season. Great record on the road as well, 9-6-1. Now, here's where their numbers get just wild. 120 goals for on the season and only 79 against. That's plus 41. Yes, that will come up again in this preview. Now, let's take a look at their most recent five, updated through Sunday's victory in Chicago. Back on the 9th of December, is a 4-3 win at the Carolina Hurricanes. On the 12th, it was a 4-1 win versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. On the 14th of December, is a 4-0 win versus the Florida Panthers. On the 16th of December, a 2-1 shootout loss at Minnesota, the only blemish on the record, losing that point right there. And on the 17th on Sunday, it was a 4-3 win at the Chicago Blackhawks. It was the Canucks hanging on in the third period. The Blackhawks were trying to make a rally, but Vancouver, frankly, on the second day of back-to-backs with their legs declining, did enough at the end of this game, and Demko ends up picking up the victory, going 25 out of 28 to get that victory. Now, for these two teams going into this matchup. And again, it's a really important one of the better teams in the Pacific, one of the better teams in the Central going up against each other. This is a really good measuring stick game at this moment in the season. So let's talk about the rankings and the numbers between these two teams, and these are updated again through Sunday's game for Vancouver. 3.75 goals per game for the Canucks is first overall in the league. Again, 120 total goals for is an incredible number. They've already scored 8 against the Predators this season in just 2 games. That's 4 per game against the Preds. 3.16 goals per game is the Nashville Predators, 16th best in the NHL. In the goals against category, Vancouver is pretty damn good as well. 2.44 is second overall in the NHL, while the Preds 3.03 given up per game is 12th overall in the National Hockey League. Now, this is the one that really puzzles me because the Vancouver Canucks have easily the best offense in goals. They have a top 6 power play. I mean, they're pretty incredible, but their shots for category 28th, only generating 28.1 shots per game. That is perplexing, and I need to look more into that. Shots for category for the Preds, 30.1 per game is 22nd. In the shots against category, the Preds are 17th overall, giving up 30.8 per game, while Vancouver gives up 30 even per game. That's right in the middle of the league at 15th. Special teams, Vancouver does have an advantage in the power play with the 6th best power play overall in the NHL, 29 out of 114 opportunities, or 25.4% conversion rate. The Nashville Predators have converted 24 out of 113 opportunities, 16th best in the league, 21.2% is their conversion rate. On the penalty kill, the Nashville Predators have stepped up ahead of Vancouver since the updated numbers came out overnight on Sunday. 23rd overall in the league now for the Nashville Predators on the PK, 24 power play goals against the season, 76.2% kill rate, while Vancouver has a 76 even kill rate, 24th overall in the league, and 24 power play goals against given up. Now, updated stats for the individual top 5 scorers on each team, and this Vancouver Canucks team, well-balanced and just absolutely incredible. JT Miller right up there near the tops of the league, 15 goals, 30 assists for 45 points. Neither his goals nor his assists are tops on the team in these categories. So for the Vancouver Canucks, you can see how well balanced they are overall offensively. So that 45 points is first and amongst near the tops in the league. Pettersson, 12 goals, 27 assists for 39 points overall. Out of his 12 goals, 3 of them came against the Nashville Predators back in October. Hughes with 9 goals and 30 assists on the season for 39 points as well, tied for second. Bossert, 23 goals, is the lead on the Vancouver Canucks, plus 14 assists for 37 points. And Roenick, 2 and 26 for 28. The Nashville Predators stats, Philip Forsberg leads the team in scoring 16 goals and 20 assists for 36 overall points. Truly having a great season offensively so far, one of the best, and easily on pace if he remains healthy and consistent to break several franchise records. Now through 31 games, 36 points, he's maintained well over a point per game pace for a significant amount of time. Now the captain Roman Josi is in 7 goals and 20 assists for 27 points. Remember when we thought Roman Josi was off to a slow start? Well, he sure has caught up to that moving train and sure is putting the points up. Adjusted to Andrew Burnett's system after about the first 12 games of the season, now it's just offensively taken over the way you expect the captain Roman Josi to do. Ryan O'Reilly has been a revelation for this Nashville Predators team. 13 goals, 13 assists, 26 total points, 3rd overall in team in scoring, and just leading the way. He is truly the spirit animal and leader of the entire forward grouping, just like McDonough is for the defensive grouping. Nyquist, 4 goals, 16 assists for 20 points. Colton Sissons at 10 goals and 6 assists for 16 points overall. Want to see this goaltending matchup, so I'm trying to speak it into existence right here. But hopefully you're going to get to see UC Saros on home ice. Expected to see UC Saros in this game. 14-10-0 on the season, 9.912 save percentage, 2.71 goals against average. Those numbers are looking so much better than they were a month ago. 9-1 in his last 10. And we'll go over those numbers significantly. We'll talk about this a lot more throughout the rest of this episode. And Thatcher Demko, 16-7-0, 921 save percentage, 2.34 goals against average. Demko already 2-0 against Nashville Predators. No reason to think he's not going to get the start. He's the workhorse of this team, and he's near the tops in the leagues in the majority of his categories and has been since the beginning of the season. So that's going to do it. Getting you all set up for what I think is going to be an incredibly fun game at Bridgestone, an incredibly important game for this Nashville Predators team. They got it handed to them 2 times against the Vancouver Canucks this season, and now, since the Preds have turned things around and become one of the better teams in the NHL since Thanksgiving, they have an opportunity to show the rest of the league that what happened to them early in the season in October against this Vancouver Canucks team is not not, what's going to happen to them again. Again, this Preds team is solid. They just split with the Tampa Bay Lightning, with the New York Rangers, with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they have done a very, very good job so far this season. I'm really looking forward to this match. I'm really looking forward to Nashville coming out and getting behind this one. And it's Christmas week, so I expect a big attendance in the building as everybody's starting to travel out. That's going to do it for getting you all set for this game. That's the preview. We've got the recap. It's called the Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap. We got to go all the way back to the Preds' last game, and they just keep doing it. Let's talk about it. It's coming up next right here on the Renegades Podcast.